Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Finish the proverb. The Founding Fathers. Bible Belts. Manimal. Geography. And bloodsuckers. All right, let's get back into this. Player 1 has control of the board. Too many cooks. It's Player 1. You are correct. You get to pick again. You can't judge a book. Yes, Player 1? Yes. Player 1? Nothing ventured? Let's hear it, Player 1. Right. You again, Player 1. He who laughs last. Okay, Player 1. Right. Player 1. Man cannot live. Let's hear it, Player 1. Hey, you're right. Please pick again, Player 1. In early April of 1775, William Dawes, Samuel Prescott, and this man rode to warn patriots to move military stores from Concord. Let's hear it, Player 2. Hey, you're right. Player 2. 3 years after writing the Declaration of Independence, he succeeded Patrick Henry as Virginia governor. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes. Player 1. On July 3rd, 1776, he wrote to his wife Abigail that the colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states. Okay, Player 1. Right. You again, Player 1. And here's Jimmy.
A 1775 letter from this founding father to the Pennsylvania Journal is thought to have inspired the "Don't Tread on Me" flag.
Player 2. Good. Player 2. In Public Good, this pamphleteer called for Virginia to cede land needed to form a strong central government. Yes, Player 1? Yes. Player 1, you start. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says that if someone smiteth you here, offer also the other. Yes, Player 3? That's right. Way to go. All right, let's get back into this. After striking down his brother in Genesis, this man said, "My punishment is greater than I can bear." Player 1? Correct. Player 1. In Numbers chapter 20, after the Israelites complained, Moses smote one of these twice, and water came out. Player 1? Yep. Select again. In a book named for Moses' successor, this man smites the Gibeonites, the Hebronites, and the Eglonites. It's Player 3. Right you are. Okay, let's get back. In Judges, Samson whopped on 1,000 Philistines with this part of an ass. It's player 2. That's correct. Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue. In a Rudyard Kipling story, one of these animals saves a family from a deadly cobra. Okay, player 1. Right. Player 1, a rhesus or a macaque? Player 2. Correct. A lot of clues. Of the 3 animals on Ontario, Canada's coat of arms, the one that fits the category. Okay, player 2. That's right. Way to go. Player 2. The scarlet species of this tropical flyer is known for its brilliant plumage and strong voice. Okay, player 1. Hey, you're right. Where do we begin, player 1? We're sure you'll just love Ondatra zebethicus, this rodent. Okay, player 3. Right. All right, let's get back into this. Player 3. Cities in this large South American country include Mendoza, Rosario, and Mar del Plata. Let's hear it, player 3. Yes. You get to pick again. The Mabinogion is an important collection of myths and tales from this UK country. Okay, player 2. Right you are. Player 2. A castle built by Crusaders dominates the port of Kyrenia on this island nation near Lebanon. Okay, player 2. That's correct. Please pick again. Oil up with some serious sunscreen as you trek to Alice Springs, the center of this nation's vast red center. Yes, player 3? Yes. Player 3. It's the only African country with port cities on both the Red Sea and the Mediterranean. Okay, player 1. You got it. Player 1, start us. Shadow of the Vampire details the production of this 1922 F.W. Murnau film. Let's hear it, player 3. That is correct. Player 3. The Coreys go after vampires in this 1987 film. Let's hear it, player 2. That's right. Way to go. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Answer, the Daily Double. You're in second place, so what is your wager going to be? Player 2, please select your wager. And the Daily Double clue. In 2012, Kate Beckinsale returned as Celine in the 4th installment of this Vampire vs. Lycan series. Good move, and it paid off. You again, player 2. The one name they all fear was a tagline for this 2004 blockbuster that starred Hugh Jackman. Yes, player 3? Yes. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. In 2002, Aaliyah played this royal from Anne Rice's Vampire Menagerie. Let's hear it, player 1. Yep.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 3 is in third place and will select first in the Double Jeopardy round, as we always do, right after this break. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are The Silent Screen, Around the World, Blimey, Captain, Crossword Clues B, Myths and Legends, and Giving You the Bird. Okay, let's get back into this. Player 3, you make the next selection as we continue. In Son of the Sheik, he played the title role as well as the character's father. Yes, Player 1? You are correct. A lot of clues. In 1920, at the age of 27, this actress, known as America's Sweetheart, played a girl of 12 in Pollyanna. Okay, Player 2. You got it. Player 2. Gary Cooper had a small role as a cadet in this first Best Picture winner about two flyers in love with the same girl. Okay, Player 2. That is correct. In 1927's It, she played Betty Lou Spence, a department store salesgirl with designs on her boss. Okay, Player 1. Correct. A lot of clues. Orson Welles said, "The greatest Civil War film ever made was The General, starring and directed by this comedian." It's Player 1. That's right. Way to go. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. In 1994, Jordan signed a peace treaty with this country, ending the official state of war between them. Let's hear it, Player 2. That's right. Way to go. Player 2. In 1903, Panama declared its independence from this country. Okay, Player 3. That is correct. Player 3, let's get Sarah's assistance on this clue.
Forgotten for centuries, this Incan royal retreat was rediscovered by Hiram Bingham in 1911.
Player 3. That's right. Way to go. We return to you. The principalities of Moldavia and Wallachia were joined together to form this country in the 19th century. Let's hear it, Player 2. Good for you. All right, let's get back into this. One of the daily doubles. You're in second now, but with an opportunity to answer. The capital of this Pacific Island kingdom is Nuku'alofa. You are now in first place. Player 2, back to you for our next selection. The most famous event in William Bligh's life was the 1789 Mutiny on the Bounty, led by this man. Player 1. Good. All right, let's get... Young Lieutenant Bligh sailed with Captain Cook, but was no help when Cook died in what is today this state. Player 3. Yep. Where do we begin, Player 3? In 1792, 3 years after the Bounty Mutiny, Captain Bligh introduced this tree to Jamaica. Let's hear it, Player 3. That is correct. player 3. 3 years after being named governor of this three-word Australian state, Bligh was overthrown in a mutiny. Okay, player 1. That's it.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 1. Before the mutiny, the Bounty Islands of this Pacific nation were discovered by Bligh and his crew in 1788. Yes, player 3. Good for you. Player 3. You're in command of the board. A baby belch. 4 letters. Okay, player 1. You are correct. Player 1. It precedes dance, laugh, or flop. 5 letters. Yes, player 2. Good. A lot of clues. A best-selling book that has its own belt. 5 letters. Okay, player 2. That is correct. We return to you. A throng, often of beauties. 4 letters. It's player 1. That is correct. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Mr. Bumble's occupation in Oliver Twist. 6 letters. Okay, player 3. Right. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player 3. Make a selection. The earliest ballads of this outlaw say that his activities took place in South Yorkshire, not Nottinghamshire. Yes, player 2. Right you are. Where do we begin? In some legends, it's the influence of the full moon that changes a man into one of these, also called a lycanthrope. Player 2. Right. We return to you. Let's get Jimmy's assistance on this clue.
According to Norse legend, to learn the secrets of the rune stones, this chief god hung himself from a tree.
It's player 2. That's it. We return to you, player 2. Answer. The other daily double. And you have the lead. What are you going to wait? And the clue. This steel-driving man beat a steam drill in a race to make a railroad tunnel, but died with his hammer in his hand. That puts you even further ahead. Player 2. This hero of mythology cleaned the Augean stables by diverting the courses of 2 nearby rivers. It's player 3. You are correct. Player 3. You're in command of the board. Also known as a red bird and protected by law, this bird may have up to 4 broods from April to August each year. Let's hear it, player 1. Good. Player 1. The ruby-throated one of these can migrate 500 miles while burning off only slightly more than 1 gram of fat. It's player 3.
Yeah!
A lot of clues. Pochards, perching, stiff-tailed, and dabbling are types of these birds. It's player 3. Right. Player 3. There are about 60 species of this wading bird. Asia has a purple one, and America, a great blue one. Let's hear it, player one. Right you are. And the last clue for $2,000. The gray type of this bird was introduced to North America in 1889. Come on, get happy. Yes, player one? Correct. Looks like you'll all be moving on to Final Jeopardy after this break. Everything depends on Final Jeopardy, of course, so let's take a look at the category, shall we? 16th century names. So, what's your wager? And the last clue? Paul III roared at him, "I have waited 30 years for your services. Now I'm Pope, can't I satisfy my desire?" What did you put as your response? How much do you add to your total with that correct response? What did you put as your response? And that correct response will add. And your response? And that correct response will add. This makes you our new champion, player two, so congratulations. Thanks for playing, everybody. See you next time.